Hey, Groot. Here's something that I saw Dick Van Patten in an interview. He was a good actor, on that sitcom show called Eight Is Enough. That was really groovy. I loved that show, just seeing it. Some shows are so great, even though I was busy working my ass off back then, and nights most of the time, unfortunately. Uh, you know, I just love hearing it in the background and glancing at it, the characters, that acted in that sitcom. But in an interview, Dick Van Patten said what his major pet peeve was. He said, people and things. People have too many things. I agree. I have a large house. It's like 3,400 square foot. That's a lot for one, senior adult like me. One and only. All my family, siblings, parents, uncles, aunts, everybody, man, they done died. And all the exes are gone, whatever. Oh man, gotta start my AC on in here. Kind of chicken shit humid. It's not really hot today. It's just chicken shit humid. It's Houston, Texas, 79 degrees right now. Oh man, but too many things. Um, there's a man I know in Sherman Oaks, California. That's very close to Beverly Hills and Venice Beach. Because when I visit there, I like to go there a couple of times a year. There's a video I made, I think it's about 6 months ago. I drove there. I just wanted to. I didn't have to, I just wanted to. I enjoyed stopping at diners, cafes. I enjoy that type of stuff. You know, it just we have to realize we live in a Nazi cop country, to where cops frame people up, set them up, steal their cars, steal their assets. You just have to beware of that if you travel the roads. And Hollywood in movies, you can't take that to be reality, but they've been trying to tell people that for like 80 fucking years what's really going on, and that really does go on, people. But anyway, when I visit him, I'm not going to say his name. He's a high shooter. He's a yacht and watercraft finance company. You know, okay, one of the major insurance companies. He has a stucco house in Sherman Oaks, California, and that's right at I think about a mile and a half from Beverly Hills. Because when I go out there, he drives us to Beverly Hills. We sit out there across the street from the stores and the concrete and whatever. I keep forgetting what that's called because I don't live for shit like that. It's meaningless to me. It's the living, that matter to me. That in Jesus Christ, matters very much as far as spiritual. But I like the way he lives, and it's given me a lot of ideas for my own home. Well, let's see. Oh, that's the postman, I think, coming. Let's see. Well, somebody's on my porch. Let's see what this is about. Yeah, it's the postman. They just put it in my mailbox. Salesman finally quick. Ooh, she's got a nice ass. Gosh damn, baby. Wow. But okay, where was I? People have too many things. He on his walls, he has a stucco house. I believe it's right at 800 square foot. He's a single adult male. Uh, Everything is painted white inside. I like that. It's a clean, nice color. I'm going to convert to that too. It's a nice, cleaner color, more vibrant, alive, whatever. Um, but he's got Venetian blinds over the windows, but he's got the white metal Venetian blinds like they used in the 1950s, 60s when I was a kid, which are good if they're clean. Actually, they look very good. The blades are, horizontal, and they're just the metal blades. And he has those over the windows, and I think it looks good. Because to me, curtains over windows, it's out, it's gone, it's over. They get dirty, and it's like you're woven into a old castle or some old mansion to where you're, I don't know. Cloth attracts parasites, dust, moisture, and it's just not the going thing. I like clean. But in his living room, he's got one standard size sofa, couch. It's out in the middle of the living room. And then two sliding glass doors that goes out to a swimming pool, in the back part of his house. And the outside is white stucco. And then the garage is separate. It's a two car garage separate unit that's away from the house about 20 feet, you know. So, oh yeah, it costs some money. You could get a house like that here, probably in the 160K area right now. You snare, but there, about $700,000 is what it would take to buy that. The cost is much, much greater there. But he doesn't have all these things, and California weather is a lot nicer. It's a very nice weather there. And when I visit there, it's usually about the month of June, or sometimes I'll go there, again, like in the month of September or something. And it's always very comfortable to where you can just open the sliding glass door and just the natural air, it's so cool and refreshing. And just like couch, he'll say, hey, Earl, use one of the two bedrooms I got. And I'm like, no way. I'll just lay here on the floor and leave the sliding glass door open. you know, that's the way I'm comfortable because the back of the house, where it meets the two-car garage, and then around that and around the pool, that's all gated to where nobody can get in. They could only enter from the front, if they broke in. And I just like stretch out and just lay right there on the floor, with a pillow or something like that. And he doesn't have all this shit in this house, I mean, he has a couple of microwave ovens in the kitchen. And, he has a refrigerator and a half, like a double door. And then another is just a freezer only, to keep meats because he likes to barbecue sometimes. He has, a surplus, meats, chickens, links, pork chops, steaks, roast. But he doesn't have all this crap, 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 crap. And that's what I'm trying to do to my house to get all this shit out of this damn house. In my living room, I've got one large coffee table, and I use that if I have company. I make a meal, we just sit on the floor and eat off that coffee table. Or we can both sit on the couch and pull that coffee table up the couch. It's kind of large. But that and a half sofa on this wall, a couch on this wall, that's it, man. That is it. Not all this crap, crap, crap. And I'm doing that with my front windows. I got foil in the upper part. I have a California style home. It's the Bueno Park exclusive. California builders built in this neighborhood in 1959. It's got the flat roof, but it's the gable type. It's a 3.12, roof. Um, and windows all the way to the floor, all the way up to the ceiling. That's California style. But I boarded over the windows by the floor. Well, at least in the living area of the house, I boarded over that outside and inside. Because it's a danger or whatever. Someone could just kick them out, at random. Oh, and I don't like all that sun shining or whatever. But I got foil in them now. But I'm going to get me some of those white metal horizontal Venetian blinds and have them in that living room. All I'd need is three. And hell, that'll look good, man. That's what I've got in my first bedroom and second bedroom and third bedroom. That's what I have, by the way. You know, but there's no TV in this house. People do not need a television nowadays. You don't need that, people. The biggest you need is a 15 by 4, 17-inch diagonal, you know, left bottom to right top corner. Some of them they go by that because they can trick people into thinking they're getting a 17.5-inch monitor when it's actually a 15.4 left to right. That's all anybody needs. Your teenagers each need one, and the adults each need their own personal notebook, laptop, computer, you know? And you can watch all the movies you want right there. It's everything you need. Because I watch movies all the time, and individual, and I make my own videos like this one right here. But this video might seem simple to most. Um, but I think it's useful. People start getting rid of junk. I know it's hard because a lot of shit I threw out from the back bedroom yesterday that I'm clearing out, the master bedroom. I'm like, oh, I can't get rid of this. And I would tell myself, get rid of it, and I made myself get rid of the crap, get rid of the crap. And I put them in the garbage containers outside. So when the trucks come and lift them up and it goes over the top and all that, and I'm like, there it goes, there it goes. But see, it's gone, it's gone. The house is already looking better. Too much junk, 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 junk. You know, people need to get rid of all these things people have. Women, don't buy knickknacks. Don't hang potted plants all over the ceiling. Don't do that. All it does is takes up space. Don't do that. But anyway, I guess this is about it. I guess this is about it. What else do I need to say? Well, I don't know. But I'm going to do a follow-up video. I'm going to show how the living room's looking now. I've about halfway got it done, and how the back bedroom's looking now, the one master bedroom. I'm clearing out shit. I made 69 and it's shit I don't need anymore. And times I run into this stuff when I'm bagging things up to throw out old clothes. And even when I find it, I have forgotten about it. But then when I say it, I remembered, oh my God, I used to wear this t-shirt and these pants. No, throw away, throw away. Okay. But anyway, later, and I love you, Jesus Christ. Man, it's beautiful. The cats are doing great. Thank you for taking care of the beautiful cats, Jesus Christ. Thank you. Okay, later, later.